Hey, Chris. Okay, well, I'll attempt to entertain you with bits of a song. First, I'll just kind of screw around like. Well, I'm out on the street again. Oh, where I belong again. I didn't get no money here, but I never felt paranoia and fear. Because out on the street, that's a place to be. Because out on the street is where I get my IDs. So that's an impromptu number about being on the street. Yes, here in Canada. Now I'm gonna.
Oh, there we go. That was the major vibe that happened here at Much Music, which was called, appropriately enough, the Iggy Fest. That was back in 1993. Different hair.
Hey, yeah.
Iggy, welcome to Much Music again.
All right, nice to be here.
Hey, nice for you to hang out with us. Now, here's the deal. He's going to be hanging out with us for a whole bunch of time, and he's going to pick he's got his favorite video pick. Plus, I've got T's top 5 things we need to know about Iggy Pop.
Sure.
All right, baby.
Oh.
Don't start that again.
No, I know. You didn't. Nobody.
Nobody. No, that was just kind of like a. All right. We also got some cats in the house that are major Iggy fans as well. So hopefully we get some questions from them. But this is what we're all here about. Naughty little doggy. This is Iggy's latest sheety. That's my vibe. Latest sheety.
Yeah.
So okay. Well, first of all, who's the naughty little doggy first?
Okay, I suppose it's got to be me because it's my record, as it is my picture on the cover.
You see, that's what I thought.
It was just kind of an accident. It was just like one of those things that happens, you know. It was supposed to be innocent little doggy, and then there was a mistake at the printers, and I just went, okay. I just couldn't think anything else to call it. You know?
All right, cool. Now, let's go back, because I mean, you about the new CD, you describe it in terms of like some of your earlier work as being kind of on a dark tinge.
Yeah.
And this is more of
it's
more
happy.
Yeah, it's kind of happy.
It's happier. It is. I mean,
but it's still deep.
Yeah, it's the words aren't so happy, but the music sounds kind of like makes me happy anyway. You know.
So, was there some sort of some sort of thing that hit you, like, I mean, over the last few years that kind of like...
Yeah, I kept falling asleep when I heard my last CD, you know? Like, halfway through, I would go like, oh, God, is it... Oh, no, when is this over, you know? It was so long.
Right.
So I thought, well, maybe make a short one, you know?
Right.
That was basically the idea.
Now, there's definitely an energy to it. I mean, in terms of like the band seems like a real kind of tight, cohesive unit that you've hooked up here. And I understand the band's been with you for like, was this over the last
going on the 4th year now, yeah, with little minor changes here and there, but the rhythm section's solid, and it's, you know, it's an ongoing, friendly thing, you know.
Now we don't have the first release for the video in terms of video-wise.
Right.
Well, what is the first single going to be?
Okay, I guess right now it's Heart Is Saved is a single, but it doesn't have a video, and so instead there's going to be a video for To Belong, which is not even a single yet, but the real one is Pussy Walk. But there's a video for it,
is it video?
But you can't. I don't think you can play it here.
Yeah, I don't know if you can even.
It's like, you know,
I don't even know if you can even say what you just said.
Oh, really? No, that's all right, right?
No, that's cool. No, that's cool. That's cool. But
No,
I've read the lyrics. I'm just going. Like, how could you even have a? I mean,
there's a video for it. A French guy made it, and he made it. He's a film director. And he just made it out of his heart. He just said, "I like the song, Iggy, here," and he just gave it to me.
And I guess you're gonna be playing that at your house.
It's got right. No, we're giving it to clubs and stuff.
Club
and
stuff?
It has co-stars. It has Hulk Hogan and Mr. T.
No.
Yeah, we just didn't ask him. That's all. Yeah.
So you got clips of like Mr. T in there and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of.
Yeah, I know. It's getting close.
This may actually make a resurgence for Mr. T.
That's right.
It's kind of a scary thought. Now, are you actually comfortable with the tag in terms of being like a, I mean, you've done a lot of things. I mean, are you comfortable with like being a rock and roll legend?
I mean, you know, it's like, it's good, like, you know, I get like more respect from the police, and, you know, stuff like that. It's nice on that level, you know, so it's all right.
But in terms of, I mean, in terms of your fan base, I mean, your fan base, I mean, what do you see when you actually perform live? I mean, you've obviously got people that have been following you from like day one since you've been putting out whatever.
I never think about that stuff. I just experience it firsthand, like in the same way you experience when you meet a person. You're looking at them and you're feeling what is the vibe here, and you're listening to their words and what are they really saying, and you're just feeling that right then. That's how I feel it. So, you know, usually makes me really happy, and it's like it changed a lot. It used to be kind of really tense, you know, and then about the last 5 or 6 years, it kind of got like, you know, hey, Iggy, hey, how you doing? You know?
Well, you're definitely an intense performer. Like, I mean, when you go out there, I mean, you're just...
I go for it.
Yeah, you do. I mean, there's just no stopping you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really easily disappointed at rock shows. I really hate it when I think they're no good, and when I think they're really good, I think there's nothing like it. It's like, wow, that's really...
an amazing experience.
Yeah, when it's good.
And the thing is, the audience takes that with them as well.
And they give it to you. That's where you get it, you know, so...
All right, you know what we're going to do? Because we are here to hang out and play videos as well. Sure. So let's play Iggy Pop. Let's go back to 1990. Brick by Brick CD and Iggy Pop's home video right here on Much Music. Let's call it, we've got to give this a tag, Iggy Fest 2. And hanging out with Iggy Pop, and we just checked out home, and we got lots more stuff to come. We still have to find out the top 5 things we need to know about Iggy Pop, all right? So that's going to come your way. Now, listen to the CD, and one of the things that I caught was this reference to, like, to dark women.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Sisters? What are we talking about?
No.
There's this reference to dark women.
I always liked brown-eyed girls.
Yeah?
So I always liked that, you know? I mean, but my tastes range widely, but I always liked that. Something about a brown-eyed girl, when you look in her eyes, something about that.
Just kind of hits you.
It's something really good, yeah. You kind of can travel, you know?
You're definitely traveling on it because you referred to it at least 3 or 4 times on there.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about what's happening now. I mean, some people are calling it a resurgence of punk. And like, I personally don't necessarily buy it 100%.
Yeah.
What's your take on the whole thing?
Okay. Well, look, there's like 3 biggies in America doing that, aren't there? There's Rancid, Offspring, and Green Day.
Right.
They're all like really, really professional. They're really, really good and put on a powerful show and write good songs. The stuff is based really, really closely on stuff that went on like in the 70s and maybe even late 60s. But that doesn't really bother me, you know? But it's more like, you know, maybe it's kind of more poppy, but I think it's a hell of a lot better than, like, you know, hair metal, you know, which was I hated that, the hair metal in the late 80s. I couldn't stand it. So, like, I think it's okay. And you meet those guys, and all of them are like, what's really impressive about those people is, like, they've gone through, they're like in their early 20s, and they've already been completely ruined, figured that out, picked themselves up, and got themselves together, and that's pretty neat, you know? So I like that part.
The other thing that frustrates me about it, I think, is just the fact that it's like record companies have to have clone bands, and then they oversaturate the market with it.
I know, and then they're going to go crazy with the whole thing now. I know. And they're pushing me to make punk records now.
And you're probably, that must be frustrating for you.
You know, make a punk record. Oh, God, you know,
And obviously your take on that is like, sorry.
Yeah, right.
You got to move on. Yeah. All right, so now we have some people in the house, major fans. I'm going to get up here and move over here. Is that good? All right, who has a question? There we go. And your name?
Linda.
Hi, Linda. Where are you from?
Toronto.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
I had heard that the book that you wrote was being republished by Henry Rollins Company, and I wondered if that had happened.
That's what Henry tells me. Yeah, it should be around like any time now.
Okay.
I'm going to ask him when he gets here. You know, look, Rollins, it's been like 3 years, but that's what he says. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and we do have Henry Rollins just stopping by Much Music as well. Any more questions in the house? You think of them. We'll be right over here, all right? Okay, so the other question I want to ask you about, you say you'd like to do a Stooges album.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily want to do the whole tour thing.
Yeah.
Is that looking like it could happen?
Or at least I wouldn't want to do, I didn't want to just go and do a reunion tour and like play the old hits. You know, I'm going to get in a room with them and just see what happens next year sometime when I got some time. Just go and see what happens. See what comes out.
Right.
It might be like really, you know, but it might be really good, you know. I have no idea what that would be like, you know.
Now, you went like this, and that to me, like, senses that you're a real person that rides on what I call, like, vibes, like an energy.
Well, what I feel,
Yeah, what you feel, right?
Yeah.
Because it almost seemed like if it feels good in terms of the Stooges, you'd go ahead, and if it doesn't.
And if it doesn't, I would stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I do most stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah.
All right, you know, let's roll the video. Let's go back and from the Blah 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 album in 1987, And we're going to deliver for you Real Wild Child on Much Music.
Real wild one.
And this is definitely Iggy Fest 2, and Iggy Pop is in the Much Music environment. And we have a question from the floor. Hi, how you doing? What's your name?
Scott,
All right, Scott.
when are you going to tour? When are you going to play around here again?
April 12th.
April 12th?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Have you got your tickets?
Where are you playing? No, I haven't. I'd love to have some.
I'm supposed to play at the warehouse, but I refuse on the grounds that it. Hey, see? Cool, right?
Basically, Iggy's not happy with the venue.
So I'm going to play somewhere else, but I don't
Okay.
know where yet.
Keep it small place, like a club or...
That would be okay.
Yeah.
You know? That concert hall used to be cool.
Yeah?
You know? That was kind of fun in a way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be a good place to
Be
play.
all right.
Yeah, that'd be a good place. We'll try and hook that up for you.
Okay.
All right, babe, I'm coming back over here. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about your acting career.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Because you're a multi-talented person and all the rest of that stuff. But your acting career, you've only actually said that there's only a couple roles that you actually liked.
Yeah. Yeah.
The rest of it sucked.
Well, no,
That's what
I
you
mean,
said.
It's the roles didn't suck, but like pretty much, I don't know. I felt I was pretty when I started,
Right.
and then I was progressively less, and then got to where, hey, this is okay.
Right.
It's kind of like that,
Now, in terms of, is there an actual role that you would be, kind of like, dying to play? Like, is
Dying
there
to-
something that you...
I just got a real good one. It's the one I just did, The Crow 2.
Oh, yeah?
And it's really, really good. And I get to slap around a girl from Toronto in it. Yeah, Mia Kirshner,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I whack her a little bit.
So
Oh, this is bad. I should have been.
Yeah, really.
This is bad.
Yep, I can hear the phones ringing now.
Hey, if you knew Mia. Oh, moving right along. Anyway.
All right,